What's good, guys? It's me, Gerald the Weep, here back again with another video. I said I was going to upload all of this week and next week. Now, this is what if Jotaro was transported to ReZero Part 2. I know it's been a month, and I'm not realizing it. I go back to school in another month. It's kind of weird. Anyway, we have made it to 813 subs. I just want to thank you guys. I know we can make it to 1,000. And yeah, I'll be making Anyos tomorrow, then Asta will go into ReZero, then Tanjiro, the new Tanjiro, what if? Just tell me in the comments what you guys want with that one. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Now, you should be seeing Jotaro. Um, Jotaro says, okay. Okay, I messed up what I was about to say. So Jotaro shows Star Platinum, and Meili still doesn't see anything. So yeah, she throws one of the mob beasts redhead at Jotaro, and Jotaro yells, "The mob beast tamer is Meili." And as the dog was about to attack him, he kicks it away with Star Platinum and throws it into a tree, and he chases after Meili. And he's surprised that she can run that fast. he can barely keep up with her. Yeah, she got those Air Forces. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was a good joke in my head. Okay. Anyway, so Jotaro, as he's chasing after her, he sees more mobbies coming, and he says, I really wish I would have looked more into the world of these mob beasts. I know they can't go inside the village because I have all those barriers up. But I wish Subaru was here. But he kills the mob beast quite easily. And after 10 minutes, he finally found Meili again. And he says, okay, that is enough. I don't like killing children, but I never did that before. That's what Jotaro says in his head, but he says, I'm going to have to punch you very hard if you don't stop right now. And Meili starts laughing at Jotaro. And she says, it's already too late for the village. I already put explosives in there. I know your guys were coming on to me, both of you. And she says, you can do whatever you want. I already did what I wanted to. And also, could be a couple at the mansion. And she starts laughing at that. And Jotaro says, explosives. He says, the world. And Meili says, what do you mean by the... And Jotaro stops time and he walks over there and he sees if there was anything I really don't know. I'm pretty sure as Mobby Stamer you use like some sort of magic from my memory. You don't have any type of like repellent or anything. So yeah, Jotaro grabs Meili with Star Platinum, and as he says, time resume, and he starts to he has it Meili by the neck with Star Platinum, and she can barely breathe, and she says, "What happened?" And Jotaro says, "Tell me where the explosives are, and I'll let you live." And Jotaro says, "I'll give you the count of 10, like I said before. 1, and he starts to get tighter with it. 2, and Meili, she started to explain where they were at. She did not want to die. And he says, "Good, I already killed someone here." And Meili says, "I can tell. Yeah, she was a vampire. I think her name was Elsa, was it? I can't remember." And yeah, this angered Meili because it's her sister. And she says this, and Jotaro says, "Oh, well, she tried to kill me. Don't worry, I didn't abuse her that much." And he says, "You won't have to worry about that. You're going to be under arrest soon." And he punches, he knocks Meili out. And the other mob beasts look at Meili's body, and they don't attack Jotaro. And Jotaro doesn't take any chances, and he donuts all of them. And yeah, he takes back the knockout Meili. and he sees that the explosions already happened, and now he's seeing to everyone who's wounded, and he heals. He knows a little bit more Harmo after 3 days of training, but he needs more. He needs more training. He heals a couple of the people, but it's not perfect. They still need more recovery time. And he says, after healing them, I need to get to the mansion. Subaru must be in danger. And he runs. He goes. He starts running over to the mansion. And yes, as Subaru was running, Amelia caught up. This is before the explosions happened. So Amelia ran after Subaru, and she asks what's going on. Beatrice says there's a mobbies after the village. Let me help. And Subaru says this is not your fight. We're your knights. We can handle this. And she says no, I'm going. And Subaru says I won't let you go. And he turns around and he says you need to go back. I'll escort you back there, and then I have to go help Jotaro. He can't hold them off that long. He's just trying to downplay Jotaro so he can get back there soon because Amelia doesn't know how strong Jotaro is. She knows that he's strong enough to defeat a bow hunter, but she doesn't know how many enemies he can defeat. And Amelia says, "Fine, but just keep going then." And he says, "No, you're going back there. We're going back there." And Subaru has to says, "I can't believe I'm doing this." Hopefully, he can hold them off. As Subaru walks into the back into the Roswaal mansion, Beatrice is outside the room, and she says, "There could be." As she was about to explain it, the building explodes. Yeah, the Roswaal mansion, and Subaru gets pushed back outside of the house. As Subaru gets up, he says, "Where am I?" And he tries to move his legs and one of his arms, but they won't move because they're broken. And both of his legs are broken. He says, "I can't move. Where am I?" And he sees. I don't know. I had to burp for a second, but I don't do that no more. It was a part of the humor. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, so where's you want me wondering where's Roswell? He was just saying that in his head, and he says it out loud. And he sees Jotaro, and he says, "Jotaro, I can't move my legs. Can you please help me?" And Jotaro says, "Roswald, he must have known about something like this. Because why would he leave at such an important time?" And Subaru says, "No, he doesn't know anything about this. He did this in the normal timeline." And I feel like I'm hearing things. I don't know why. Okay, I thought it was Jotaro for a second. He's about to bust into. Okay, anyway, so Subaru says, "Roswell would never betray us. I know so." And Jotaro says, "Then why would he split us up? That wouldn't make any sense. What happened if the explosion would have happened? I could have saved immediately a lot more easier." But Subaru says, "Roswell would never do anything to harm Amelia. I know so. Trust me." Because this Subaru doesn't know what Roswell does in Season 2. And Jotaro says, "I'll keep my eye on him." And Jotaro grabs more buckets of water to put out the fire in some parts of the mansion. It wasn't bad enough where the mansion burns down, but it was a good explosion. Half of the place got destroyed. And Roswell finally shows up and he uses some water magic. He doesn't have it, but he made a contract to use water magic. And Roswell says, "Subaru, I explained to you that Jotaro is not allowed to be here. But I'm going to be more lenient on this one. Jotaro." And he sees that Bailey's been captured and he says, "I don't remember this, but I do remember a mobbies was supposed to attack though." He says this in his head, and Jotaro says, "Why are you back so soon?" He says, "I saw a fire when I was flying. I was coming back in this direction because I had to go somewhere else, and I saw the fire. So I'm going to deal with it." And he deals with it, and he says, "Luckily, my mansion was saved." And Jotaro says, "There was an explosion. You probably could have stopped it if you were here." And Jotaro then says, "What do you mean, exception? I should be able to go back into the mansion now." And Roswaal says, "No, no, no, you're not going back into the mansion. You're going somewhere else. You're not staying in the village either. You're going back to the capital. I set up enough money for you to get by for the next 2 months. Good luck with your journey." And Jotaro gets very angry at Roswaal, and he says, "You've nothing been a pain in my you know what Jotaro would say, "You're so lucky I can't." And Subaru is like, "Why is Roswaal doing this? He was never like this. I don't understand." This is what Subaru was saying. He says he helped save Amelia and the villagers. He's a hero, more than I could do. And Amelia says that Jotaro should stay. And Roswell says he'll be in the capital. He'll just be an agent then. So Jotaro now becomes an agent, and he's forced to go to the capital. But before he goes, he at least heals Subaru's legs to the point where they can work again. But he's going to be a lot slow for a couple of days until like the attacks with the white whale and stuff. So Subaru has to think of another plan. He doesn't. He needs to figure out how to get Jotaro back in time to defeat the witch cultist and the white whale. A day later, Jotaro has to go to the capital to go to that place. And Jotaro says, "Why does this job always have to get so much harder?" And on the way there, he runs into Wilhelm and Felix. They were heading to the Roswell mansion, but they were also had a deal to get more wood and more construction things because the Roswell mansion kind of half of it burnt down a little bit, but they're still in the mansion. It's not fully burnt down yet. Yet, I say. So, Jotaro says, "You're heading to the Roswell mansion. It's kind of half burnt down by a mobby's tamer. Explosives went off in there. Don't know how she did it, though." And Wilhelm says, "That's why we're bringing materials there. We're going to get paid for it." And how do you know this? This is what Wilhelm says. And Jotaro says, "I'm a knight of Amelia. Nice to meet you." And Jotaro sees that one of their guys were injured from bringing materials. And Felix is over there. And he walks over there. And he says, "Lady, move." And Felix says, "I'm the most qualified person to heal people. I'm the best in the country." And Jotaro says, "Well, I'm better than you then." And yeah, he goes over there and he starts to breathe and he says, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, I'm just imagining Jotaro just breathing like, okay, I'm sorry. And Jotaro fixes the person's wounds easily. And Felix can kind of see like the hormone a little bit, but he thinks it's just magic. And he says, "You have some weird magic. It fixed the bones right away. It should have taken a lot more." And he says, "I've been practicing. It's a family pass. It was a generation technique passed down by my family. I don't know how I know it though." And Felix says, I wish you could become a good healer." And Felix says, "Okay, I'll teach you how to heal, but you're going to have to do some business for us." And Jotaro says, "What do you mean? What type of business are we talking about?" So Felix says, "You're gonna have to do a couple of things around the house." So Wilhelm says, "Become a butler. We won't do anything harmful to you. You get a place to stay and stuff. And Felix will teach you how to use that hormone of yours. And well, Felix will teach him how to learn a little bit more about healing with the hormone. He can't teach him all about the properties of hormone." So Jotaro says, "That sounds like a good deal." He says, "Where are we heading to?" "We're going to be heading back to the Roswaal mansion very soon. So you just stay here." So yes, another day went past, and they came back and they picked up Jotaro and everyone else, and they head over to Karushi's camp. I haven't said that name in a while. I like her name. It's Karush. And yes, they finally make it to Karushi's. Would it be camp? Yeah, camp. Yeah, that word. Okay, so she was just writing down important business, and she says the royal selection should be coming up very soon, and you're a part of Amelia's camp. I would like to enter into a contract. And Jotaro says, "I really don't know anything about that. You'll probably have to ask Amelia or Subaru about that." And she says, "Subaru, I don't know about this Subaru." Then he said, "Ask that clown." Then okay, I'm hearing things. They keep doing some. Okay, anyway, so Harush says, "You're going to be like a knight for this place. You're gonna be the second healer. That's what I've been hearing. So good luck on your assignment." And we'll be going to the royal selection in a couple of days. Since you're Amelia's knight and all, you should be able to go too. And this is where I'll be leaving off for this part. So the royal selection is a couple of days from there, and you'll see what Jotaro is going to do and learn about more of his hormone and what he's going to do with it. So I'll be making my Anyos tomorrow, and I'll be making. Yeah, I said I was gonna make Asta going to ReZero too. Yeah, I know I've been making too much ReZero, but I have to catch up, okay? And then I'm going to make the new Tanjiro one after that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. So yeah, peace out, guys. I'm sorry for being super weird in the video.